All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, and a major development is taking place right now. Kurdish forces have joined the US and Israel in their quest to topple the Islamic regime. This is obviously a very interesting development. I don't know which way it's going to go, what's going to be the end result from the Kurdish point of view, because obviously, as you know, the Kurdish people are the biggest ethnic group or a people who don't have a homeland. And this is the reason why the Israeli people look at the Kurdish people and say, oh, no, we have to have a homeland. So let's listen to Fox News, see what they're saying.
This just in, it's big. A U.S. official telling Fox thousands of Iraqi Kurds have launched a ground offensive in Iran.
The CIA has been arming them since the 12-day war, apparently.
Decimated, destroyed, defeated. All words the Pentagon used to describe Iran's various military forces on day 5 of Operation Epic Fury. Moments ago, President Trump touting its success.
So we're in a very strong position now, and their leadership is just rapidly going. Everybody that seems to want to be a leader, they end up dead. And it's an amazing thing that's taking place. Their missiles are being wiped out rapidly. Their launchers are being wiped out. They're attacking their neighbors. They're attacking their, in some cases, allies, or not so long ago allies. And, you know, it's really a nation that was out of control, and they would have used it on us if we let them.
Where are their allies? Where's Russia? Where's China? China is set to lose 44% of its oil supply, which goes through the Strait of Hormuz. Obviously, they're going to find other buyers, and they're going to have to bid higher, because let me also remind you, China has been fully milking the rogue status of both Russia and Iran. China has been buying oil at a break-even cost from these people. So it is a major blow to China. So China will recuperate its 44% loss of Iranian oil or oil from the region, including Saudi oil. But it will have to buy it at a much higher price at the time when the economy is not doing so well. You know how they mass produce EVs? That's because they have really cheap energy, thanks to buying cheap oil from Russia and Iran, but no more. So it would have been in China's interest to stand by Iran. But you know why they're not standing by Iran? Because of American muscle. They cannot fight directly with America. And yeah, they have sent some Chinese interceptors. I forgot what they're called, but they've been useless, absolute useless.
The Secretary of War says it's just the beginning.
We are just getting started. We are accelerating, not decelerating. Iran's capabilities are evaporating by the hour, while American strength grows fiercer, smarter, and utterly dominant. More bombers and more fighters are arriving just today.
Beautiful.
We can sustain this fight easily for as long as we need to.
The White House reporting more than 17,000 Americans have returned home safely from the Middle East, and repeating the president's motivation for the operation.
This is a rogue terrorist regime that has been threatening the United States, our allies, and our people for 47 years. This is a president.
They've killed many Americans. This war is in America's interest. Yes, it also happens to be in the interest of Israel and Saudi Arabia and the UAE and Oman and, of course, the people of Iran. Must remember this, okay? It only required someone to have balls to go for it. I was listening to some professor, and they were saying, look, and, you know, this is how your analysis should be. It should be totally apolitical. They were saying that every president since Ronald Reagan could have actually gone to war with Iran because the Islamic regime of Iran has been anti-American. Let me show you a clip.
Not your country's an Islamic republic. It's anti-American, anti-Soviet, anti-Israeli, and anti-some Arab countries. Who are your friends?
همه کشورهایی که در دنیا هستن غیر از اینه که اسپورتی تو سوم میتونن باشن.
All of the countries except the ones that you have mentioned, it could become our friends.
Who is your worst enemy, Mr. President?
دشمن اصلی ایران کیست؟
آمریکا.
America.
So every American president could have gone to war with the Islamic regime because it was anti-American. Yes, every American president also tried democracy, minus George W. Bush because he was busy with Iraq and Afghanistan. But every other president tried diplomacy, but it didn't work out. So this was inevitable. If Trump hadn't done it, some future president would have done it. But this was the most opportune moment because Iran was at its absolute weakest. Russia is busy with Ukraine. China is not ready. And the people of Iran are revolting. Only an idiot will not take that opportunity. Only an idiot or an Islamist or someone suffering from Israel derangement syndrome.
Who has been remarkably consistent on this issue, that Iran can never obtain a nuclear weapon. And the president tried peace through diplomacy exhaustively and extensively. He and his team gave it their best go, and the president ultimately came to the determination of that peace was not a pursuable path. The Iranian regime, they want death, they want destruction, they want to kill Americans, and that's unacceptable to this president. It's intolerable to him as commander-in-chief.
I think this is a major development that the Kurdish forces from Iraq have joined in. By the way, let me tell you, the Iraqi Kurds do not really get along with Iranian Kurds because they have petty differences with each other. However, on this cause, they are united because they're fighting a common enemy. This is bad news for Iraq and especially Turkey because Turkey fears the arming of the Kurdish people and they may actually turn against Turkey itself. So I don't know. I haven't picked a side on that front. I don't know. My heart always felt bad for the Kurdish people because let me show you this. This is where Kurdish people are, but they have no country. So they are in Western Iran, Northern Iraq, Western Syria, and obviously Eastern, pretty much half the east of Turkey. So it's a pretty big deal for Turkey. If Kurds from Iraq and Iran, they get a stronghold here and they're armed to the teeth with American weapons, then they could pose a threat to Turkey. And also, what happens if they do manage to topple the Islamic regime? What's going to happen? How are the Iranian people going to take an independent Kurdistan or a militant Kurdistan? I don't know. So I'm not picking a side. I'm just reporting it. I don't know which way it's going to go. Obviously, this could open a can of worms. Instability. But sometimes instability has to happen because how long do these people have to live at the mercy of Syria, Iraq, Turkey, and Iran? How long? So I don't know. At this point, let's just keep our eyes on the fixed price, which is the downfall of the Islamic regime.